We're going to talk about two terms that you need to know when dealing with circles. And one of them is radius, the other is diameter. So you need to know what these concepts are. They're going to come up when we're trying to figure the area of a circle as well as the circumference of a circle. So when you're talking about radius, it's sometimes denoted as r. On your formula sheet, it is r. What radius of a circle means is if you start in the middle and draw a line out to the edge of the circle, it's what that distance is. So for this circle, let's say this is 5 inches. So the radius of this circle would be 5 inches. It's simply anything from the middle out. So for example, this is not a radius. You have to start in the middle. So that's really all it is. When you're talking about the radius of a circle, it's anything from the middle point to the edge. And we'll say it's 7 feet. It's going to be the same regardless of what direction you go. So the radius is always the same. You start in the middle and you go to the edge. So because you're in the middle, it's always, the radius is the same no matter what direction you go in the circle. The diameter is related to the radius. The diameter is sometimes denoted as d. On your formula sheet, it's called d. And that is any line that goes through the middle of the circle. So it has to go through the middle. So if here we say the diameter might be 24 feet. So from one edge of the circle to the other, going through the middle, is the diameter. So again, something like this is not a diameter. It has to go through the middle. So you can see the relationship here that if you take half of the diameter, so if you're just looking at half of it, you have the radius. So the radius equals 1/2 the diameter. So here, if we're told that the diameter is 24 feet, then the radius is half of that. So if the diameter is 24 feet, the radius equals 1/2 of that. 1/2 times 24. 1/2 of 24 is 12 feet. So that's the relationship between the two. So let's say, and that's really more of the types of questions you're going to have to deal with. Again, it has to go through the center. Let's say it's 30 inches. The diameter is 30 inches. What's the radius? The radius is just half of that. Half of 30 is 15. And again, the diameter for any circle is going to be the same. So no matter what line you draw through the center, they all have to be the same. But it's important to remember, radius is from the center out. Diameter is from one side to the other, so it's the full length of the circle going through the center. And the relationship is that the radius is half the diameter. We'll do some problems involving these in the next videos.